Good morning, students. I'm Ramesh Babu, working as an assistant professor in the Department of English in Erode Sengundri Engineering College. So, in this video, I'm going to tell you what is one word substitution and what are the benefits of one word substitution and how to use in today's conversation. The one word substitution is very important one to learn all the words and also use in your daily conversation. It will have a great effect when you speak with others. So it is a use of a specific one word to replace a sentence or word phrase. It is a process to make the sentence structure clear. So one word substitutes as the expression shows itself for the words that supplant a gathering of words or a full sentence actually without making any sort of uncertainty in the significance of the sentences. In English language, there is a bunch of one words for a gathering of words that can be utilized successfully to make the composition to the point that true without losing the importance of the specific situation. So as far as I know, in English there are more than 200 one-word substitutions. So better to learn so much one-word substitutions to decorate the languages beautifully. The one word substitution really use of one word in place of a word phrase in order to make the sentence very clear, and also this meaning with the replacement of the phrase remains identical while the sentence becomes shorter. And I am going to give you some of the examples of one word substitution. My friend drives me in your car around town. Using one word substitution in this sentence would give something like this: my friend chauffeurs me around town. So drives me in a car around town. That is replaced by chauffeurs me in a one-word substitution. Likewise, there are many one-word substitutions available. So you have to learn all the one-word substitutions and try to use in your day-to-day conversation. So in order to avoid confusion, we have categorized the list of one-word substitution into 8 categories. There are a lot of categories available. So especially I have given you the 8 categories and also some of the one-word substitutions for your learning and also for your interesting purpose. So let's go one by one. A statement or a proposition on which an abstractly defined structure is based. So how do you call in the one word? That is called axiom. So axiom means a statement or proposition on which an abstractly defined structure is based. The arrangement of events or dates in order of their occurrence, that is called chronology. A vigorous campaign for political, social or religious change, that is called crusade. So lasting for a very short time, ephemeral. Something is lasting for a very short time. So it doesn't have a long life. So when you know about or when you refer the particular thing, it has only a short life, that is called ephemeral. Spoken or done without preparation, that is called extempore. A person who speaks anything without preparation, that is called extempore talk. Release someone from a duty or obligation, that is called exonerate. You are going to release somebody or someone from a duty or obligation. So whatever the duty or obligation they are relieved from the duty and obligation, that is called exonerate. A fond of company, that is called gregarious. Making marks that cannot be removed indelible. So it is important one word substitution. So making marks that cannot be removed, that is called indelible. Certain to happen, that is called inevitable. A sentimental longing or a wistful affection for a period in the past, that is called nostalgia. And another examples I can give you. So what I have preferred from some other sources. Now let's go now. A doctrine which identifies God with the universe, that is called pantheism. Excessively concerned with minor details or rules, that is called pedantic. The practice of taking someone else's work or ideas and passing them off as one's, plagiarism. So most of the writers are doing this, called especially the writers are research doing. Some people are doing some sort of works as their own, that is called plagiarism. Self-tutoring portable. The emblems are insignia of royalty, that is called regalia. Violation or misuse of what is regarded as sacred, that is called sacrilege. A position requiring little or no work but giving the holder status of or financial benefit, that is called a sinecure. A thing that's kept as a reminder of a person, place, or even souvenir. An imaginary ideal society free of poverty and suffering, that is called utopia. A form of government in which power is held by the nobility, aristocracy, a system of a government by one person with absolute power, autocracy, a self-governing country or region, that is called autonomy, a system of government in which most of the important decisions are taken by state officials rather than by elected representatives, bureaucracy, a system of government by the whole population or eligible members of a state, typically through elected representatives, democracy, a state, society, or group governed by all people, gerontocracy. And let's go to the other categories like venue or spot. So what are the one word substitutions? They refer to venue or a spot, and I have listed out some of one word substitutions for your reference about the venue and spot. Let's go now. A large cage, building, or enclosure to keep birds aviary. A building where animals are butchered, that is called abattoir. A place where bees are kept, a collection of beehives, apiary. A building containing tanks of live fish of different species, that's called aquarium. A place or okay, I'm sorry. A place or a scene of activity, debate, or a conflict arena. A collection of weapons and military equipment arsenal. An institution for the care of people who are mentally ill, asylum. A hole or a tunnel dug by a small animal, especially a rabbit or a strolling burrow. A large bedroom for a number of people in a school or institution, a dormitory. The nest of a squirrel, typically in the form of a mass of twigs in a tree, tray. A room or building equipped for gymnastics, games, and other physical exercise, gymnasium. A storehouse for a threshold grain, granary. Large building with an extensive floor area, typically for housing aircraft, hangar. A parks or a cage, typically with a wire mesh front for keeping rabbits or other small domesticated animals, hajj. A place in a large institution for the care of those who are ill, infirmary. A small shelter for the dog, kennel. Next, we are going to talk about the group or a collection of one-word substitutions. There are various categories of one-word substitution. So in this slide, I am going to tell you what are the groups and collections of one-word substitution. A group of guns or missile launchers operated together at one place, that is called a battery. A group of guns or missile launchers operated together at one place, battery. A large bundle bound for storage or transport, bale. A large gathering of people of a particular type, that is called a bevy. An arrangement of flowers that is usually given as a present, bouquet. A family of young animals, brood. A group of things that have been hidden in a secret place, cage. A group of people, typically with vehicles or animals, traveling together, caravan. A closed political meeting, that is called a caucus. An exclusive circle of people with a common purpose, that is called a clique. Next, we talk about one more substitution of person and people. One who is not sure about God's existence, agnostic. The person who deliberately sets fire to a building, that is called arsonist. One who does things for pleasure or not as a profession, that is called amateur. One who can use either hand with ease, ambidextrous. One who makes an official examination of accounts, auditor. A person who believes in or tries to bring about a state of lawlessness, anarchist. A person who gets changed his faith, apostate. One who does not believe in the existence of God, atheist. A person appointed by two parties to solve a dispute, arbitrator. One who leads an austere life, that is called ascetic. It's about murder and death. Even some of one-word substitutions refer murder and death. So let's go now. A solemn procession, especially for a funeral cortege. A poem of serious reflection, typically a lament for the dead, elegy. A phrase or form of words written in memory of a person who has died. A bit of killing of one's son or daughter, filicide. Destruction or abduction of a fetus, that is called foeticide. Killing of one's brother or sister, fratricide. Killing of a large group of people, genocide. Killing of one person by another, homicide. Killing of infants, that is called infanticide. So this is about profession and research. Even some of the words denote profession and research. So in this slide, I'm going to tell you what are the words referring to the profession and research. The medieval forerunner of chemistry, alchemy, a person who presents a radio television program anchor, one who studies the evolution of mankind, anthropologist, a person who is trained to travel in a spacecraft, astronaut, the scientific study of physiology, structure, genetics, ecology, distribution, classification, and economic importance of plants, botany. A person who draws or produces maps, cartographer. A person who writes beautiful writing, that is called calligrapher. So it is about sound, and also the one word uh, institution substitution talks about the sound and also some words. A branch of physics concerned with properties of sound, acoustics. The sound of alligators, that is called bellow. The sound of deers, that is called bell. The sound of crows, caw. The sound of geese, cackle. The sound of hens, cluck. The sound of dolphins, click. The sound of frogs, croak. The sound of crickets, creak. The sound of monkeys, jibber. The sound of camels, grunt. So there are a lot of one-word substitutions available, and also it notes about the importance of one-word substitutions, and also I'll give you the main purpose of one-word substitution to learn a lot of one-word substitutions and also use in day-to-day conversation. So now I'm telling you some of one-word substitution that will help you to learn and also to keep in your mind. So now I tell some of the words of one-word substitution. So you try to tell what is the equal meaning of the one-word substitution. Example: the man who eats human flesh. So many things are there. Here I talk about one thing, one word. The one who eats human flesh. How do you call that person? He is called cannibal. The second one, the one who loves mankind. The person who always loves mankind. How do you call that person? He is called philanthropist. Someone who regards the world as their country. There are persons who always regard their hometown as a country. Example: someone who regards the world as their own country. That person is called cosmopolitan. A government that has a monarch as the head. A government that has a monarch as the head, that is called a monarchy. That is called a monarchy. Someone who lives in solitude. You can also always meet some persons. They are always living solitude in a secular state. They never mingle with anybody. They want to live aloof in their life. How do you call that person? He is called recluse. He is called recluse. The next one, someone who speaks more than one language. How do you call that person? Someone who speaks more than one language. A person who speaks more than 2 or 3 languages. He speaks Tamil, English, Hindi, Malayalam, Telugu, so on. And also he speaks more than 3 or 4 languages. How do you call that person? In one-word substitution, he is called polyglot. A person who boasts of one's achievements. He always boasts of his achievements. That person is called an egotist. An egotist. People who can vote in an election. How do you call that person? People who can vote in an election. he is called electorate. He is called electorate. The one who knows everything, equal to God, the one who knows everything, he is called omniscient. The one who is all powerful, how do you call that person? The one who is all powerful, he is called omnipotent. Believer of fate, he always believes his fate. Believer of fate, fatalist. The one who is present in everything, how do you call him? The one who is present in everything, omnipresent. He is called omnipresent. The one who settles in another country, immigrant. The one who settles in another country, immigrant. Someone who cares about mankind, humanitarian. Someone who cares about mankind, humanitarian. A family of young animals, brood. Study of stars, one who studies about stars. Study of stars. Astronomy, that is called astronomy. Then what about a series of stars? How do you call a series of stars? That is called constellation. Study of statistics. Study of statistics. Demography, that is called demography. Ordinary and dull, mundane, we can call ordinary and dull, mundane. Make someone feel young. The word in one word substitution, how do you call? Make someone feel young, that is called rejuvenate. The practice of writing dictionaries. We quite often use this word in our day-to-day language and also day-to-day conversation. The practice of writing dictionaries. How do you call that word? That is called lexicography. So the practice of writing dictionaries, lexicography, but the writer is called, one who writes a dictionary, that person is called lexicographer. Lexicographer. The study of the human mind, you always study about the human mind, that is called psychology. That is called psychology. Published after someone's death. A book or a journal, whatever it is. Okay, a work is published after someone's or after his or her death. That is called posthumous. That is called posthumous. So most of the achievers, they receive award after their death. So that award is called posthumous award. A place where coins are made. So a lot of coins for the people's usage, coins are made in particular place. How do you call that place or industry? That is called mint. That is called mint. Beginning to exist and evolve. So how do you call this word? Beginning to exist and evolve. That is called nascent. Nascent. The spell is NASCENT. So the study of rocks and soil, that is called geology. The study of rocks and soil, that is called geology. The profession of teaching or the approach or study style of teaching, pedagogy. The profession of teaching or the approach or style of teaching, that is called pedagogy. So likewise, there are many one-word substitution available. So what do? You have to learn a lot of one-word substitutions. Always remember the meaning of one-word substitution and also try to use in your day-to-day conversation. I know most of the students learn one-word substitution. They simply memorize all the one-word substitutions, but they forgot to use in their day-to-day conversation. Example, if you use at least 10 one-word substitution, you have to use all the one-word substitutions when you speak in English with others. So that is very important one when you are learning English. So and also, so I have covered a lot of one word substitution with the different categories. So what do? You have to learn all the one word substitutions and try to learn as much as possible. And I'll also use all this one word substitution in your conversation. So whenever you speak in English, that's a quite important one. You have to use all the one word substitutions with your friends. That is the importance of one word substitutions. So let's go to the conclusion of one word substitution. So in every language, one word substitution is a substitution for a long time, and extended sentences are definitions. One word substitution falls under the classification of vocabulary as words, sentences, and definitions are portions of discourse also. To make the language fresh, short, and unblemished, a single word is supplanted with extensive, extended, and expanded settings. So one word replacements are otherwise called verbatim. The act of single word replacement is additionally something that replaces a word with a unique circumstance, however, without changing the importance of the given same setting. So one word substitution is important for readers, writers, and speakers. So there are a lot of things you can learn through the one word substitution, and it is helpful to the readers to learn a lot of one word substitutions and also use in their day-to-day's conversations. So many things you can learn from the one word substitution. So it makes a language and writing concise yet crisp, makes the structure greater understanding and cleaner. So the language is briefly expressed, the meaning is identical but shorter. So this is the real purpose of learning the one word substitution. I told you in earlier there are more than 200 one word substitutions, but you have to learn all the one word substitutions and you have to use in your day-to-day conversation. Mainly, if you learn anything in English, the main purpose is whatever you learn that you have to use that particular chapter in your day-to-day conversation. So if you use every day all the one word substitutions, definitely you can learn a lot of words, and also you can be master in vocabulary and also in English language. So I hope this video will help you a lot, and if you have any doubt you can send me mail, or you can give me comment. Definitely I will help you to learn a lot of English grammar, and also try to help you to develop your communication skills. Thank you.